Last we've left off, you arrived at the city that Kelkian had mentioned to you. A city of just tribal halfling. The main guy was a gnome. His real name was Wilhelm. He's appeared as an angel to them. You have to fight in an arena to prove yourselves as gods, as then the halfling will accept you and not sacrifice you to him. He took you aside afterwards and explained that he and his companions all arrived at various points, taking advantage of the island and its people, who were very naive. There is a statue of him with 6 arms, and he's just dressed up as this figure that they've created. They explained to you that they were hunting the 7 sea princes. You know, the weapons are passed on, and they're trying to get all of them. At the end of it, you decided that you're not going to side with them and hunt them, and they let you leave the city. In their eyes, you returned to Saltmarsh, but you had other plans. Outside the city, it's been about 10 minutes since you've left. You've kind of come out into the jungle and are hidden in a bunch of foliage. Also, Doofenshmirtz both create for Kevin a fireball innator for you to replace your stump of a hand. During this short rest, and as they're planning stuff, takes off one of the spare ones that they've been practicing with and form it into a strap that straps onto your stump. It also has a hook on it, so you can also fire a bow. It will probably with disadvantage until you get used to using it as a hook.
Short rest.
As you take your short rest out of the city, you notice that the sun is gradually beginning to set now. You've been here about a day, as in the city and doing stuff, and it's beginning to grow pretty dark. Torches being lit. You hear the rowdy sound of some kind of tavern, you guess, general music from the city itself.
What are we doing?
Get to work on the disguise then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do we still have my hand?
You do.
We could use that as like a 5th hand.
Does Doof have a beard?
Just a wispy couple of stairs.
Okay.
Is there anything animal-wise in wherever we are to that we can kill and use the fur of?
Please roll a nature check.
That is a 14.
The only animals you've been seeing around recently have been the Almiraj, the unicorn bunnies, so you're able to kill a few of those if you want to.
Are they white?
Yeah.
Let's do that then. Fashion a beard out of one of their skins.
Please, can you just make an attack with your daggers, I guess?
25 with a natural 20 for the first one, 12 for the next one.
You spend the next 20 or so minutes, using your surroundings stealthily, killing a bunch of these rabbits, slitting their throats, carrying their furs back to your, camp you've set up. You've laden with about 12, 13 of them.
Can I cook the meat and save it, or maybe dry it to have some unicorn bunny jerky or something like that?
Yeah, it'll take about an hour to start this. Is that all right?
Yeah. Just as a travel snack in case we go somewhere without food.
Can I keep the bones?
Sure. Who wants the horns? Oh, you can make the one that's on a chain.
A flail. That's a flail.
Yes, can I make one of them?
My whipcord.
Yes, do it.
Well, we need Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah.
They do, don't they? They do have carpenters.
Yeah.
So Doofenshmirtz are able to help create a flail out of the unicorn thing. It's got 12 horns out of it. You just jam it into the skulls, and he's able to just screw it on with bolts and stuff. And it's all. What's the damage dice for that?
1d4 plus 5.
It goes up to 1d8 now.
What colour are the horns?
Well, it's a silvery white. So, are you able to also make the beard out of the fur, which is what you wanted to do?
What about an outfit?
And the eyebrows. Bushy eyebrows as well.
And the bird. We need the finch.
You have a wander around the jungle, and all the birds are mainly, parrots and such.
Does anyone have an idea on how to get a finch?
Maybe Elizabeth could help.
Yeah, what if it's not a finch, but a dragon? Apathy. Do you have anything about any illusion kind of stuff?
Illusions? Yes, I do.
Are you able to cast an illusion on Elizabeth to make her look like a finch?
I mean, it's a cantrip, so I can just keep doing it.
Okay, I have wild shape, but I can't turn into anything that flies yet. So can I become like a flightless finch?
I'll allow it.
I do that and I hop on Doofenshmirtz's shoulder.
Okay, so your wings just begin to slowly shrink in on themselves as your nose elongates into a beak, as your head turns more bird-like as it gets smaller and smaller, and as you lunge with a pop and hop onto Doofenshmirtz's shoulder, who is currently back in the trench coat, only this time with been arms, extended out. So he has 5 arms currently and a pinch on his shoulder in a trench coat, and the beard and the eyebrows, so it's a rough disguise. It's a very rough disguise.
Go for it.
Oh, you seem satisfied with the disguise, as do, and you're beginning to walk into the city, is that correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You arrive back out at the gates after just leaving. The halfling haven't taken you as imposters yet and are still treating you as the gods that you were earlier, especially seeing now Doofenshmirtz. I'm just going to roll a check for them to see how they respond. Great. Seeing Doofenshmirtz, they don't recognize him as Azela, but are still bowing and, in awe of all of you at the gates pulled open, and you're back in the city.
Can someone announce that the true Azela's here or something like that?
I think you should do it as the Finch. That'll surprise them.
Can I speak as the Finch?
Yeah, it'd be your normal voice.
Okay. Maybe announcing the presence of Azela, the true god of
Everything.
everything.
Please roll a deception check.
That's a 9.
Apathy, you notice that they are just utterly confused, and a whisper is spreading across the crowd. And up ahead, you see the temple curtain is pulled open yet again. Wilhelm, the guy pretending to be Azela, steps down, and in his squeaky voice, he's like, "It's the hazardous tire rehabilitation program. Back to our grand city. I thought you left." And now, looking down at Doofenshmirtz, he's beginning to recognize what you're trying to do.
I step forward and say, we have a business proposition.
You just rejected my first business proposition, but if you have a counter, I'll be happy to hear it.
We do.
In that case, and he puts a hand up to all the people, and sparks begin coming out of his fingers, and they all ooh and ah and begin bowing the knees to Azela. And he's like, "Come back into the temple then."
I follow him into the temple.
You head in, the curtain closes, he yanks off his beard again, he is not happy with you. Pull a stun like that again, and points at Doofenshmirtz, who are also with the fake beard. I told you 2 hours ago when you left. Have you reconsidered your offer, or is this what is this show that you're doing?
Why do you take your beard off whenever you're in here?
It's irritating. Have you not seen the lice that are in this thing?
No thanks.
I'd like to ask for the beard.
This has been my disguise for many years. You're not taking it.
I was going to wash it for you.
I'm going to roll an insight. Natural 2. He is really hesitant. He thinks you're trying to steal it still. Gradually refastens it to his ears.
I'm very confused. I hit him on the head with my broom. I'm panicking.
Okay, you gets his broom and whacks him over the head. Please roll an attack against him.
Or you was having a bit of a breakdown.
Clearly. Which side of the broom?
Fine.
Using the
handle.
He just ducks slightly and you catch his hat as it topples off his head, revealing his bald head again. Angrily, he picks it up, and that was like,
Could I turn back into a human and pull him back and offer him some shrimp to try and calm him down?
Does he know that we have the cursed hammer thing?
yes, he let you go away with it, which is very suspicious, seeing as though he is hunting the rest of them.
Can we give him the hammer?
Yeah.
Can we force the hammer into his hand?
Why don't we just join him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Still-
Can we quietly kill this guy and take his disguise?
I'm scared about the other two.
Yeah, but if we kill him before the other two show up, then there's only 2 of them.
Wait, the other two aren't here?
There's 3 others, so they could still be around somewhere.
Can I ask him where his friends are?
Out of curiosity, yes, I'm going to roll an insight to see why you think you're asking that. That's a 9, so a bit hesitantly. He said, I'm sure Maze was drinking at the tavern. I'm not quite sure where Morden would be or Hilarion, but...
I'm going to attack him.
Or you just tried attacking him. Frogmartin, you've pulled him back as Kevin is started to attack.
I am attacking with my flame Toronator. 21.
That will hit, and please do your damage.
3.
This innator goes off. This guy, Wilhelm, recognizes what's about to happen and to cast Counterspell. And as the thing explodes out, as it's approaching him, it just vanishes in a wisp around him and smoke rises up. In a flash, he pulls out from in his robes a wand, and as he takes it in his hand, it begins transforming and getting longer, and you notice that 2 more arms come from each of his sides. He grows in height. His bulbous nose begins to, get thinner. His ears turn more elf-like as his face becomes a lot sharper, and he rises up, and his robe gets more and more magnificent and just glowing kind of purpley. And as he holds his wand towards you, please everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear.
6.
A natural 20.
17.
6 for me as well.
So I think that's just Apathy and Kevin. You are both in awe of this thing. You instinctively bow your knee to Azela with one of his arms, pulls Doofenshmirtz towards him, and light now begins coming up around his legs.
I'm going to try and grab Doofenshmirtz.
Okay, please make a strength check.
You're chuckling.
I'm chuckling. I didn't expect that roll.
Natural 20.
Same. As you're tugging him, he keeps hold of Schmertz as you take Doof. Doof falls off and lands as you kind of pull him off the shoulders of Schmertz.
Can I try and get Kevin out of the way and snap him out of it?
So all you need to do is avert the gaze and you're fine.
Can I slap them both round the face?
They're too far apart for you to do that as one action.
Okay, I'll do Kevin first.
Kevin, you come to. You cannot look at him right now without falling for his gaze again. As his robe spinning around him, he calls something out in Halfling again, which none of you understand, sadly, and vanishes from the temple as the light just begins glistening around. Apathy, you snap out of it too. He's now vanished from sight, and you hear some kind of uprising beginning in the city. Something's going on, and he's alerted people to something. And he has Schmertz.
Oh,
Let's
no.
leave Schmertz and leg it.
Which one's the sober one? Doof or Schmertz?
Schmertz.
So we've got the boring one with us.
From deep within the temple, you begin hearing just thudding footsteps, a trumpet sound of some kind, debris falling around, and you see the shadow of two giant tusks approaching you.
Should we hide?
Yeah, I'm thinking run away and hide.
I can cast Pass Without Trace.
So Throckmorton, seeing this tusked figure approaching with thunderous footsteps, you cast Pass Without Trace, and as shadows all form around you, you seem to blend into the shadows themselves. Please can everyone make a stealth check?
Stealth with the plus 10.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
17.
34.
26.
24.
32.
As the elephant man arrives, Throckmorton, you're the only one that he sees, and you're looking now at quite a large elephant-type figure. He's got a bare head, like as a hat, and both of his hands have been turned into hooks. He could have lost his hands, or he's just decided to wear hooks. You're not sure. Make eye contact with Throckmorton and just stops.
I say, hey, friend.
Oh, very well, thank
Hello.
you.
I knew it!
Oh, I didn't expect to bump into travelers.
Oh no.
Ooh-wee.
Are you with Wilhelm?
No, but I know Wilhelm.
Oh, how do you know him?
Dinner party. I'm an excellent dinner party guest.
Do you like him?
I'm indifferent.
So, do you want to join us?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
okay, great. Guys, I got another person.
Yay!
As the shadows begin shifting again, you all become visible to...
Oh, what's your name?
My name is Clattering Loudnoise. What are your lovely names, you lovely group of peeps?
Well, I'm Throckmorton. This is Doof, and I gesture to the goblin. He's just lost his soulmate, Schmertz. He's a bit lonely if you want to be his friend.
Soulmate? Whoa, that's not part of the story.
Saltmarsh. Doof and Schmertz. Oh, I get it.
Duke and Schmidt.
Oh,
Or you.
oi, you. Lovely
Yes.
to meet you.
And
This
you.
is Kevin and Elizabeth.
Wow, what a lovely hook. I have two.
This is Apathy the demon.
Oh,
Behind my
apathy.
head.
Lovely eyes you have.
I'd like to offer Clattering Loudnoise a cheese sandwich.
Kindly accept said cheese sandwich.
So, Clattering Loudnoise, we've got ourselves into a bit of a pickle.
Oh, pray tell.
Wilhelm / Azela wants to kill us
Oh, why so?
because we punched him in the face. So,
That makes sense. If I know Wilhelm, he doesn't really like that very much.
I think he overreacted there.
a little bit, yeah.
A bit of a drama queen.
In case you don't know, there are these weapons which are cursed. We've got one. Wilhelm's got another. I think the others are lost. Do you want to steal the wand and then we can leave?
Steal the wand. My stealing tastes are far more unique. I have
What's that?
5 tartan tea cozies in my possession. The first edition publication of the Chronicles of Humblewood. A sack of odd socks, which I believe are very valuable. A side note, Clattering has absolutely no sense of value.
Well, stay away from my special hand. I think we should get rid of this weapon because he clearly wants us to have it.
Maybe if we destroy it.
Is it going to be one of these things where it can only be destroyed by one of the other 7 things? Battery. Do you know anything about where these weapons came from?
No, but I believe there are 7 sea princes. I believe there's actually one around this area.
I will quickly ransack the whole building and just see if I can find anything of use. I can do
Give me 3 minutes top.
I am a professional.
As everyone continues talking to Clattering, after you run around the building, have a look. Please have an investigation check.
2. I'm not rolling well today.
The most thing of note you find is the room you were in earlier when you did follow him in. There are 7 pedestals around the room. It seems to be that the weapons can be combined in some form. You can also look at the images on the little engraved adamantine shields with like a little plaque. Yeah, there is an anchor, a wand, a trident, a flute, a cutlass, a warhammer, and it's another cutlass, but it looks like it's a blade of water. Currently there is nothing on the pedestals because you have taken one of them and he has taken another.
Okay, let's go save Schmutz.
Can we stealthily go see what's going on outside, like peek out of a window or something?
You can pull the curtain away. You notice that there are many halfling now wielding bows, torches, as well. Looking out into the square itself is Morden, the barbarian that you met earlier.
I don't want to kill Morden or the other one. They seem nice. I think that they've been corrupted by Wilhelm. Clattering.
Oh yes.
Are you friends with Morden?
No, I've not had the pleasure of meeting Morden.
He's outside if you want to be our representative.
So you're his friend, so you could betray us. I brandish my hook hand at him.
Kevin, no.
I lay one of my odd socks on that hook hand. This is for you. You can collect it.
I don't want the socks.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay.
It's okay, Loudnoise. Some people just have too many friends. And
Some people have too many friends and don't need any more.
I have my hook and I have Elizabeth. That's all I need.
Derek.
I reach into my pack and take out one of my spare socks and I give it to Clattering.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I haven't got this colour yet. It's going to go so well with the other socks that don't match it. Thank you so much, Apathy.
Outside, there are, a load of halflings with torches and pitchforks.
It'd be easy to kill.
There's also Morden, so...
I would like to stride out of the temple, eyes glowing red, horns flaming, and cast the kind of spooky whispering voices.
You run out, exiting the temple from up in the square up here, and you see Morden in the centre already looking at you. After this casting these spells, I'm just going to make a wisdom saving throw for both Morden and for the halfling. Morden got a 13 on his wisdom saving throw, and the halfling got a 9. So as you come out whispering this, the halfling are getting scared as they turn to you, seeing now you in your demonic form, confirming everything Wilhelm, the angel, clearly has told them, that these people are evil. And would everyone like to roll initiative, please?
I'm just going to go into the starry form.
Your skin begins glowing with constellations, and your star map begins glowing brightly.
I'm going to use Hunter's Mark, so that lasts for up to an hour. And as my actual action, I'll run slightly closer. I'll use my Firebolt. 10.
Running, you shoot out the firebolt, and using the innative for the first time, it kind of blasts you backwards a bit, and you stumble against the barrel, and the firebolt just goes blasting over the well. Morden now making eye contact with Kevin and seeing that he's just kind of making an attack against him. He roars and begins darting towards you. 2 of these halflings begin firing arrows again, which will be 19 to hit.
Hits.
2 points of damage as this guy from up here fires an arrow into you. Morden barrels through, knocking over a bunch of stuff that is passing you. With a great axe, he's going to just try and hit you. Again, 19 to hit. 12 points of damage as he takes the action. It mainly hits the barrel in front of you. As that splinters, you just hit with a ton of splinters of wood.
Can I move forward a bit so that I don't accidentally shoot Kevin? And I'm going to shoot with the short bow. Ooh, that was close. 24 to hit.
Okay, that definitely
It went to 1 and then tipped over to 19. I was like, what? Damage is 8.
After you run forward, preparing your bow, and you shoot. It's quite a clean shot.
My bonus action to just dash away. Further to the right, please, over towards the well.
You can just dive over that table and hide behind it.
Can I send Elizabeth over to try and swipe the bow and arrow out of one of the halflings?
As you just do a dexterity check.
15.
I rolled a 15 too. As the halfling's holding onto the bow, you're just wrestling with the dragon now. Neither can take any turn, so you're just kind of still on his turn.
I'm gonna run forwards and use Thunder Wave at 2nd level.
Natural 1 on his Constitution saving throw.
So it's 3d8 damage to 14.
Clattering charges through the group of you here and trumpeting out blasts Morden off his feet, and he kind of lands in the gravel and falls backwards, and dust is beginning to rise up all around him.
I'm going to cast my emboldening bond. I'll do Doof and Kevin.
He puts his hand on the back of Doof's head. Doof's still feeling kind of sad from a lot of schmerz. It's feeling like a deep connection now with Kevin, who's in front of you, and you now have to assist to each other's actions.
You have to stay within 30 feet of each other, though.
Tears in my eyes and a sorry heart, I assemble a massive cannon.
Feeling the lack of schmerz, you keep reaching for a spanner that you expect him to hand, but he doesn't have it, and so you have to grasp it out of your own bag, and you begin like wrenching its cannon together, attaching its legs, and with complete sorrow in your heart, the cannon is formed.
Bonus action. Oh my gosh, it's a bonus action. This changes everything. I can now use an action and a cannon. That's cool. Anyway, I'm just going to fire it at PS2 Hagrid.
The cannon does have legs, and so as it climbs the barrel in front of you, it blasts off towards him. It is natural 2. He's doing so badly. Oh, it's with disadvantage as well. It could be a natural 1.
Natural 1.
There you go, it's a natural 1. On the floor with a disadvantage, you fire the cannon in front of him. How much damage does it deal, please?
Oh, 10.
Feeling the complete anger of Doof, it blasts off. Cannon hits him in the crotch first, he's lying there, and then just spreads up, and his whole beard catches on fire, and his face begins blistering.
I'm gonna use the guiding bolt and the archer thing on Crappy Hagrid. Unnatural 20 to hit with 5 damage.
Throckmorton is flying up in the air, and a bolt flies out, and it kind of freezes almost the fire around him in static. It holds the fire in place.
I'm gonna attack him again with my firebolt. 22.
Haha.
10 damage.
The innate now more securely attached to your arm. You aim properly and fire down, and it hits him in the chest.
I also get a 1d6.
The hunter's mark.
He's having a bad day.
2. I'll use Elizabeth's because she's currently trying to wrestle her.
You can make another strength check.
17.
Elizabeth yanks it out. He is like 3 feet tall. As he's jumping up to try and catch Elizabeth, she flies up. As Morden gets to his feet, he pats down his beard and puts his fire out. Seeing now the group of you, he's going to just charge forward. He's going to attack 2 of you. So Clattering and Kevin, the other 2 he goes for. Clattering, that is a 16 to hit. Kevin, a 23.
Sorry, hit.
Ooh, 15 damage on Clattering and 16 on Kevin.
Aye, joking.
As one halfling now is going to try and make an attack against Apathy, trying to shoot in the back. 17 to hit. So
Yeah, that does hit.
5 points of damage, please, Apathy, as you get shot in the back. This second halfling without a bow, he's just going to dash, and he goes into this room here and vanishes from sight.
I would like to dip my arrow in giant spider venom that I have. I have 6 vials of it, and shoot that at Morden. That is natural 20, 25 to hit.
And damage, please, double.
18 then, 18 damage altogether. And then what for the spider venom?
I'm just going to do a Constitution saving throw and see. He is poisoned and will roll now with disadvantage. Kevin and Clattering, you both see his eyes begin turning a strange green colour.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little spin around, a 360, and then a stomp, and then I'm gonna do Earth Tremor. Attack save, Dexterity 12.
With disadvantage because he's poisoned. So he fails that. Is that a target or an area?
Each creature other than you in that area must make a Dexterity saving throw.
Kevin and Doof, please make a Dexterity saving throw.
You can both roll an
26.
extra 4, though.
5.
Damage
Yeah.
was 5.
Clattering spins around and stomps. The whole earth in this 10-foot thing just kind of sinks down briefly as tremors begin appearing all around you. Kevin, you kind of just keep yourself up onto this cart here and hold him up to the barrel as you fall over.
So I'm going to run up and cast Warding Bond, I think,
Okay.
on Clattering Loudnoise. +1 to your armor class and resistant to all damage.
Ooh-wee.
And
then-
then I'm going to stand defensively in front of Clattering and Kevin.
My cannon is going to get Hagrid, but I'm going to get a halfling with my flamethrower.
Cool, with the cannon blast off. Is a save again. I'm not even joking, I'm not even going to touch the dice, it's a natural 1. On a save.
3 on the cannon, sadly. So 21 to hit on the flamethrower, Nator.
How much damage, please?
8.
So as you blast off this flamethrower, it hits this halfling up here and knocks him off the tower. Chest on fire as he dies.
Sucks to be him.
I'm going to activate my chalice thing. So Cure Wounds, I'm going to cast it on Clattering first. 6 health.
Thank you, my liege.
You also get 5.
I will do my firebolt at one of the halflings. Oh, 6.
As you shoot the innator off again, the recoil as you're trying to dodge this previous earth tremor kind of knocks to one side, and the fireball shoots out in between these two halfling here.
So I'll tell Elizabeth to go nick the next guy's
Okay.
bow.
Just roll d20 again.
13.
Plucks it out of his hand. This halfling is preparing to shoot apathy across the world. Elizabeth takes it off, and he's also going to try and jump up to try and take it back, and he's unable to. Morden now is going to take his great axe and attack you twice as you're standing defensively against them. 14 and 13 to hit. So both hits. He will take 16 points of damage in total.
I'm going to do my stone's endurance, so I've saved myself 12.
So as he hits you with the first one, it kind of recoils backwards as he hits your skin, and he digs in with the next one, and it kind of cuts through the stone and just about hits you. As these two over here begin shooting at apathy, a natural 3, so that definitely misses, and 20 with the next one for 6 points of damage. As you finish firing your bow, you feel an arrow scratches your arm as it whizzes past you.
I would like to dash into the place where that other little guy disappeared.
So you're running through the battlefield.
Can I use a bonus action? Can I pick up like a rock or something from the ground and just throw it into there?
It's just the corridor that you're seeing right in front of you, and you see the halfling just hobbling away. So you strike him in the back with the rock, and he turns over, seeing the demon chasing him. He just screams and he begins running even faster than he was, hitching up his pants as he's running along.
I'm going to take my trunk and reach it into my bag of 1,000 ball bearings. I'm going to suck up some ball bearings and fire them from my trunk.
D20 plus strength, I'd say.
10.
So reaching into this bag of ball bearings and sucking up a bunch of them, you begin pelting them into his face, and it isn't doing any damage, but he is mildly irritated by it.
Okay, I'm going with the good old mace broom combo. I'm bashing with the mace and then bashing with my broom. A natural 20 with the mace and 10 with the broom.
The natural 20 definitely hits.
14 damage.
Taking out the broom, you swipe over and he ducks underneath that. And as he's raising his head, you take the mace and just bash down on him. He hits the ground with great force, just rises up around him. As these halfling over here drop their bows and they all begin dashing out through this here. They set another fire in front of the doorway to block you following them.
I wanted to follow him.
As Apathy, you're running down this corridor now, chasing this halfling. Are you trying to catch up with him or just follow to see where he's going?
Just follow to see where he's going.
So you come out into a square. It looks to be the place of the tavern that's there. It's quite dark outside now, and you notice that there is some noise going on in the tavern.
I want to run and just grab him by the scruff of the neck and then proceed to try and interrogate him a bit.
Okay, so as he's running into the tavern, you grab him and you pull him out and you pin him against the wall. Make an intimidation check, please.
I'm going to do my eyes and horns again though. That is a 21.
So he is terrified of you.
What is this place? What's going on? Why are you following this Azela guy?
His eyes widen at the word Azela. He speaks in very broken common because he mainly knows Halfling. Like, Azela saved us.
Azela saved what?
Panda dragon.
Did he? Azela fraud.
I'm going to make an intelligence check to see if you understand what fraud means. He repeats the word fraud.
Fake.
Pretend, fake.
Are all of you following Apathy down here, or is it just Apathy right now? That's the question.
Anyone speak
I'm on my way to
halfling?
the tavern, so.
Okay, Doof is already on the way to drink. If you follow Apathy down, whoever's wanted to go down can see Apathy now pinning this halfling against the wall and interrogating.
Pretend, fake.
Azela strong. Azela save us, Panda dragon.
Azela illusion.
Is a lie.
Azela.
He's not quite getting what you mean.
Can I lash this guy to my own arm?
Cool, you're now pinned to a halfling who's terrified of you.
Can we find a halfling that speaks decent common? I think Duke should go make friends with the barkeep. Ask him how to say fake and lie and evil and all that sort of stuff in halfling.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Oh wait, do you have like a translator?
Ah, wait a minute.
Detonator.
Oh, you say that, but I think I did like 2 games ago and I thought this will never come in handy, so I'm gonna go.
Cool, so you're inside a tavern and you see Maze, the wizard.
I cast a magical zone that guards against deception. Yes, I just can't lie.
Is there a save for that?
Charisma 12.
So you cast a zone of truth. He notices that you're casting a spell and his eyes widen a bit as you do this.
I'm just
also
going to
me.
quickly healing word on Kevin and Clattering. 5 and 6, respectively.
So the zone of truth has been cast. They cannot overcome it. They can no longer lie.
Can I ask the barkeep, I'll try and befriend him. Hello, I'm consumed by sadness. The only reason these people have kept me around for so long has gone missing, and I don't know where I stand anymore.
It's not even in the zone of truth. You're just doing it.
Well, personally, I've had the best year of my life, so...
I do not care about you. I want to know if you speak Halfling, actually.
I do speak Halfling.
Good. Don't say anything else. Guys, I found one.
Okay, well, me and him can go into the zone of truth.
Are you friends?
Me and the guy who's
We're in the
strapped
zone
me.
of truth yet.
Are you in the zone of truth? Yes, so please make a Christmas saving throw. Apathy.
Is a 10.
You have to tell the truth as well. For the Halfling, 5. And so he's like, no, we're not friends. She hit me with a rock.
I need to explain to this guy strapped to me that Azela is a fraud. He is a fake. It's not the real guy. I was in there, I saw it, his beard came off, it had like hooks around his ears. It's ridiculous. This isn't the guy you think you're worshipping.
No, this is brilliant because Maze is now going to have to intervene, but he's obviously going to tell the truth. So Maze is like, enough. Yes, that's exactly what happened. He's realising the words that come out of his own mouth as he's saying it. But these guys, and he looks at all the party, they mean harm on all the Halfling.
I don't actually.
Not me. I don't care about the halfling. I just want a drink.
2 electrum pieces for a drink.
Huh?
They are, and Apathy is the only one with them right now.
I'll chuck 2 gold at him.
We don't see this metal around here, he says very truthfully.
Well, that's fine, because I'm going to sell my airship soon and I'll have 20,000 more.
He pockets it and he pours you a second drink.
Can I speak to this Maze guy? Is he the equivalent of Wilhelm?
Wilhelm is the leader. He's just one of the
Right.
followers who like...
Okay.
Can we
can I
try and
talk-
convince him to join us?
Yeah, I was going to say, can we convince him to join us, but also convince him that he should be the leader?
Trickle down.
Only a leader, but a chosen one, perhaps.
Yeah.
You've been reading too much fiction.
Sorry, I've just been reading the Humblewood Chronicles and I thought it was a really cool idea.
Join us to overthrow Wilhelm.
Overthrowing Wilhelm? I don't understand your plan. We're content here. We're finding the Sea Princes. We extended our offer to you and you declined.
But doesn't Wilhelm
Well, here
want
we
to
are.
completely take over? Doesn't he want to find all 7 and become like the ultimate prince?
Oh no, he needs 7. That's why he wants you.
So he wants 7 people.
We need 7 people to wield the weapons, and then by that point we can all locate the treasure together.
So if that's his goal, then why is he trying to kill us?
We wait for Saltmarsh to send people, but you said you were the last ones, and I was sent by Saltmarsh. You know, we were just using this as a location to hide out and search for them. Kevin, please can you make a perception check?
Sure. 11.
What's happened is Clattering has put a sock on your hook.
Anyone could have done that.
I'll just leave it there.
It's pink with yellow spots.
Not that Clattering would know, because it might not have been him.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want us to do?
But
Because we're getting mixed messages here.
We need 2 of you, at least.
We've got less now because we just killed one of them.
Yeah, well, they don't know that.
Why not use these halflings?
They need to be heroic to have the willpower to resist the curse.
Don't think I'll be able to help you there, friend.
Maze just nods towards Apathy for a second.
I untie the guy that's strapped to me. And then
Okay.
I just look him in the eye and I say, "You good. Go." I give him a little piece of gold.
And he goes to show it off to all his friends in the tavern.
While this is going on, am I able to bust out the loot, stand on one of those chairs, and like in Skyrim when a bard stands up, and then start playing one of those bard songs you'd hear inside a tavern? The song I want it to be is the song about the BBMG.
So taking out the loot, you crush a chair underneath your foot, and you notice that the halfling kind of scatter as you do that, and then you just begin playing the BBMG song.
Could it also give a bardic inspiration to the throck?
Anything else you want to know here? Because Maze is kind of just relaxing around you now.
Want to know if I can get another drink?
He's just pouring them out for you now, Doof, because you've given him 2 gold pieces, which is insanely rare. They take electrum, and the platinum is kind of common here. In this place, is essentially a gold piece. There are so many of them that it's, you know.
Can I set up like a little trade deal then? You know, like gold for platinum.
Definitely make a charisma check. That's very interesting.
17.
I think Maze and the barkeeper are the only ones who actually know. The barkeeper's like, okay, yeah. I mean, I need to go to the bank and get some more platinum out. I'll be 10 minutes if that's okay.
Yeah, how many gold pieces would you like?
How many have you got?
How about 500 then?
I mean, I don't have enough platinum to pay for 500 gold.
Name a price then. How many do you want to give? And I'll...
Give you 50.
Okay, then 25 gold it is.
He gets excited and he's like, I'm just going to head to the bank. I'll be back in 20 minutes. So he heads out.
I will just lounge by a wall.
I'd like to go to Apathy and ask her if she can get me that wheel of cheese. My cheese is running out.
Will, yeah.
Thank you.
And none of the halflings seem to care that you've just stolen this food. And you can all take a short rest if you want to recover hit points. And the guy doesn't return from the bank. I'd like to make a note now that the bank was in the direction of the slain Morden.
Great. Can I go follow the guy?
I think we should all go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I want to see what's in his
Or we
pockets.
should just take over his bar.
We need to save Schmertz.
So you all head out to follow this guy. You enter the square and it is very, very deserted. You can't hear anything around you. The area that the Hearthland blocked off earlier is still roaring with fire.
I'm gonna go see what's in this dead guy's pockets.
He's only got a general great axe. It doesn't look like it's much. General stuff, he'd have about, another 50 platinum pieces and about 100 electrum pieces. And he also has 2 pistols in each of his pockets, which he didn't use.
Can I have a gun, please?
Can I grab one of his socks?
He's wearing 2 socks, so yeah, you can take one of his socks.
I think we need to go find Schmertz.
Has anyone got any water pistol powers?
What do you need?
To put out the fire.
Currently lit by pitch, and so it's against a tower, so you're currently looking through like an archway. There's a lot of going up the archway.
I'll fly over the tower.
I would say the 2 of us probably can't climb this ladder. I'm like 20 odd stone, and Clattering is a little bit more than that.
Just a touch.
I'm gonna use the ladder before anyone breaks it.
So they've run
I've
through
got
it and
wings.
lit it.
Yeah, Clattering hurts. So it's just all you. Did you say it's 40 feet across and then how far that way?
It's about 40 square feet of fire.
Can I just dash through it then?
If we just go over the top.
I'll just
Fire
go
it
over the
can't
ladder.
burn us all.
Could I try pick up Apathy,
Yes, you'll be able to pick up Apathy quite easily.
if you would like to be carried Apathy?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Put these socks on,
Okay.
and I carry Apathy over the fire.
And then flying as well, Clattering.
Throckmorton and Clattering carry or you
Yeah.
together.
I'll try the ladder, but after Doof's gone.
I go up the ladder.
Doof is easily able to get up the ladder. Just make a strength check.
Unnatural 20.
So you're able to climb over the ladder.
What saving throw would my fear of heights be?
Wisdom saving throw.
I got an 8.
You're shaking a lot as you reach the top of this tower. So you're looking out across rooftops. You do see now Wilhelm. He's still got 6 arms and he's staring at you across this river over here. He does have Schmertz with him under one arm as he's head taller than are you. 6 arms, magnificent looking and very elegant. You no longer have to make wisdom saving throws against him though. There are halflings all around. And you notice as you peer down as well that there are halflings lining the streets below you. The barkeep as well is one of the ones running away. His pockets, he's gone to the bank and then found out what's happened as he's running away. And you've seen Wilhelm across the wand in his hand and he begins pointing upwards as everyone please roll initiative.
How long after the start of the last fight is this?
40 minutes.
My 2 bonds are still intact. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Apathy. I give you a little piece of paper with some holy text written on it. +2 to your armor class for 10 minutes.
If Smirts has his arms free, I will throw my hat to him so he's got the boomerang.
Chucking your hat across the rooftop. Schmertz catches it in his hand. He can make an attack if he wants to with that.
Yep, point blank range, 14 to hit,
14.
5 damage.
So taking the hat, you whack him under the beard.
Hunter's Mark lasts for up to an hour and I can transfer it to a new enemy if the previous one dies. So I'm transferring my Hunter's Mark. Use Firebolt. 22.
22 definitely hits.
That is 5 + 4, so 9 damage.
You see a flame just keeps spraying down one of his arms. He looks at Oyu and he begins casting a spell on you. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
14.
You're hit with some kind of mystical spell as he looks more and more majestic in your eyes, but you are not overcome and you don't feel the need to bow to him. So he's going to take Schmertz by the throat and he's going to try and throttle him, but unable to hit him. As Schmertz is stacking with the hat, he tries to grasp, and so he instead grabs his wrist.
Right, I have an idea. So we both can fly and we both have Thunderwave. So if we both fly over to him, right beside him, use Thunderwave together, what could happen?
Could kill Schmertz.
Then I'm gonna fly up and cast Warding Wind on myself.
Whirlwind around you, blocking everyone from seeing you inside, and you will have disadvantage on your attacks if you kind of shoot you.
Also Starry Form, just for the sake of it.
I'm going to dip an arrow in some spider venom and try and shoot the guy. 12.
So you dip it in the arrow and fire at him. Just as you're approaching him, one of his arms instinctively grabs it and just crushes the arrow, and you just kind of flutters down to the street.
Yeah, can I fly down and swoop in with my hooked hand and try and hook this wizardy guy in his armpits and like lift him up?
Which one of his armpits?
Please make a strength check.
16.
You land with both hooks under his armpits and begin tugging him upwards, and Schmerz dangling down as you're dragging him into the sky.
So I'll try and just pick up a loose bit of rock, a bit of masonry or brick or something. I'm going to try and throw it up and then basically hit it like a baseball towards him with my club.
D20.
12.
Okay, so you chuck the brick in the air and just whack it. You whack it so hard that the brick itself crumbles in half as you hit it, and you see powder just fall on top of his
Yeah,
head.
that makes sense.
I'm gonna shoot the wizard guy in the shoulder, in the arm that he's holding Smirts with.
To run to the edge, with just a band that echoes across the surroundings, you shoot across and drops Schmerz on top of the roof and begins sliding down. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
6.
Okay, you begin sliding down and rolling slightly, and you're holding on with pretty much your fingertips to the very edge of this roof. How much damage does it take from the pistol, please?
4.
How far across is the roof?
This first one's 15 feet, the next one's 10, so
Is it jumpable?
it's very jumpable because it's below you as well. So you can make an athletics check if you want to jump across. To jump.
8.
You can still add 4, the D4, so you can still
D4.
fail.
So you 2 are above to succeed.
2.
You leap off and your foot kind of stumbles. You're holding on with one arm and you feel the connection with Duke as he's willing you onwards as you heave yourself up onto this roof. It is him to go. He's going to try and hit you, clattering over the head with a sword that just takes out with a 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Slashes down on your trunk. 7 points of slashing damage. You will take 3, and then you also take 3. And so now turning over to Kevin, I'd say, he points the wand at you. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
9.
His facial features begin changing again, and his skin begins glowing even more, and you're looking on the face of an angel, and so you can no longer attack him this turn. As these 3 here on these rooftops, they're all going to try and shoot Clattering to try and make you stop. Oh gosh, that's an 8, 14, and 19.
19 hits.
And 12 points of damage as you feel an arrow in your leg as you're lifting this guy up.
I'd like to catch Schmerz. Yeah,
He's
sorry.
falling. You can just about make it round, and you grab Schmerz by the hand.
Put him on the roof.
So you and Schmerz land on this other rooftop over here.
I'm going to go with the poison arrows again.
Mhm.
I would like to jump across if that's possible.
Cool. So make another attack against him.
20 to hit.
And please roll damage.
That's 9.
He's thrashing out of the way, and you just kind of cut into his cheek slightly. As his constitution is only a 9 for the next minute until he passes. He will roll with disadvantage against you all. And you notice now that 2 of his arms begin slowly reducing, as if they're shriveling away. Athletics check, see if you can make it over. What you're jumping.
5.
Okay, you try jumping across, and you sadly fall down.
Can I run after the barkeep?
You can do. So falling down, you'll take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall onto your face.
Can I sort of take my feet and like push my hooks up and like sort of tear across like Wolverine?
I think with the 2d6 you can roll.
3.
Okay. With the 2 hooks under his things, cutting into him, the arms begin struggling up even more. You notice the grip's loosening on the wand very, very slightly.
So I'm going to hurl a brick, and then I'm going to jump.
So roll your attack against him, please.
22. And then I'm going to do like a beautiful like Assassin's Creed dive.
Make an athletics check then, please.
It's my secret superpower. 23.
What's your damage on the brick there, please?
11 damage.
You take the brick and just lob it at this guy. You hit him in the chest area, you dive across, and you land on the other side. The roof kind of caves in slightly as you do that, but you do land very successfully on the other side of the roof to look up now at Wilhelm above you.
I think I'll just try and shoot him again. 19 to hit, and that's 4 damage. Ugh.
It pierces one of the shriveled arms, so you see it flicker first and then fade away to nothing.
Would it take up an action if I tossed my pistol over to do?
Yeah, that'd be your action for using an object, but you can't make an attack against them because you're still in all of them.
Oh yeah, I might as well throw the pistol.
Please can you make just a dexterity check, and Doof as well.
10.
14.
And so turning around, you chuck this pistol. Doof catches it.
Elizabeth could try and snatch the wand.
That is very risky, but she can begin flying up and her mouth closes around the wand. As he's shaking his hand, the wand is going to go off various times, spinning around. We're all entranced by this light that begins bursting from the wand as the dragon has its mouth around it. So please can everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
22.
9.
9.
9.
Okay, that's loads of 9s. As you all get a 9, you are all taken by this weird flashes of light that affect you. 14 points of psychic damage each. It's just beauty in your mind, and you feel like this life that you want to be in is far greater than the one you've got now. As this one's now going to make an attack against Schmerz for 9. As he fires an arrow, it kind of goes through Schmerz and Throckmorton. This one up here begins just attacking the ladder itself and just bashes it down and falls into the street below. These two then make attacks against Clattering again, trying to make you drop Wilhelm. 16 and 14.
16 hits.
Just 5 points of piercing damage as another arrow pierces you.
I rolled off the roof. I couldn't do anything about it.
You land next to Apathy with a thud. Wilhelm has been pierced by this thing, and with the dragon latching onto him, he begins dropping. He's up 40 feet, so he takes 16 points of damage as he lands on this roof, and his dexterity save is 7. 2 other arms flicker away as he rolls off the roof, and he's now holding onto him with both of his hands clinging on, and he begins just shouting, "Help! Help me!" as he begins shrinking as well to his usual height.
Can I fly over to him and cast Thunderwave?
Yes, you can do. I'll make another save. Oh, that's a 10.
Oh, nice. It was 13 that it needed. It'll be level 2, and that's 13 damage.
13 plus his 15 feet falling. 21, you blast him off, and he drops
Oh,
down.
no, wait. Bonus action. I'm in my starry form. I can use the archer thing.
Please roll an attack against him with advantage because he's prone.
21 to hit.
You're still in the air as you cast with a star map, and it gets him in his mouth.
4 damage.
I'm surrounded by cheese sandwiches.
It's just cheese sandwiches drop out.
I have 1 potion of greater healing left, which I pour down or use like 4d4 plus 4. 15.
Seeing you land next to you, you pour down this bottle straight away. That is your bonus action.
I'll go after this barkeep guy. I will dash.
He will be this guy up here as you just begin pelting down the street to get to him.
I'm just going to pick up my cheese sandwiches and wipe up the blood.
Okay.
I want to get the guy on the ground. 18 to hit, 4 damage. I'm gonna move my hat very slowly and look him in the eye. I'm gonna say, "You smell," and I'm gonna just yeet it at his nose.
It hits him very sharply and flies back into your hand. He coughs up his own blood and begins dying out. Silence falls across the whole rooftops as all these halflings have seen you kill their god. One by one, you notice them all drop their weapons and begin bowing the knee to all of you.
Someone pick up the wand with a cloth.
So the dragon, Elizabeth, currently has the wand in its mouth.
Can I get the bag of holding and kind of open it out and motion to Kevin to get Elizabeth to drop it?
I would like Elizabeth to drop it into the bag of holding.
Elizabeth flies over, drops it in. Throckmorton, please have a wisdom saving throw as it comes past you.
10.
It flies past your hand, it just brushes against your skin, but as it does, you get again the same image as you had earlier of the lush island with all its beauty. And you have a strange desire to be there as it falls into the bag, and you close it up.
I'm going to grab Wilhelm. I'm going to lift him into the sky, and I'm going to rip off his beard.
There are gasps around you. All the halfling lining the streets as well begin, getting in shock. Apathy, you can take this moment of advantage to grapple this guy and take his money if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you leap on top of the guy and begin robbing him blind. 50 platinum.
If it's okay with everyone, I would like to say that they owe their allegiance to no one. To free
You mean free them?
Yeah, I've made some bad choices in the past, so I want to free the halflings.
You offer them their freedom, and they all effectively are confused. They're too used to following someone. Still
I
bound
point to
beneath you.
Derek.
I point to myself.
Crew members for our ship.
There's a few of them. We can split them.
While you're doing this speech, can I be in the background, like playing some background music that you hear at church when someone's talking over it?
Yeah, well, yeah,
It's
the
that
end of the
sort
preach piano.
silent bit.
Is there a bakery nearby?
There most definitely will be, yes.
I'm just going to set up a little table and just start making cheese sandwiches for everybody.
And the baker is still around. He's got a little chef hat on. Fingers are really, really dirty and burnt from the amount of time he's just been burning the bread. and he's in awe of you, just watching up at you as you begin doing this.
I go back to the temple and I tear the veil.
You tear the curtain open.
Tear the curtain.
And it's a large purple curtain. You can add it to the inventory if you really want it. Ew.
Massive cape.
Cheese sandwiches are passed around as the evening, celebrations begin starting. These tribal
Is the
people.
guy dead?
He's dead.
Can I pillage his his belongings?
You do take his robe and his staff. It's called a Seer's Starlight Cloak. And so basically, when you're looking up at the night sky and you're wearing the cloak, you can cast the Augury spell, which means that you can, if you see 3 shooting stars, it means it's a good omen. 1 shooting star is a bad omen. 2 shooting stars is both good and bad omens. And then nothing means that nothing's going to happen tonight. It's a way of just seeing the future.
I can have that. I'm a starry person.
I'm giving it to apathy.
Well, this isn't me requesting it. This is just me making a suggestion that can we use the curtain thing to make like matching cloaks for ourselves?
Yeah.
Got more than
A
enough
little-
material.
Yeah.
BBMG cloaks
If you've got any spare fabric left over, can we also make face masks?
and socks.
You're going to say socks.
Socks! Oh no, I should have said socks.
I think we should keep eating our cheese sandwiches, and Clattering should read us a bedtime story from his book.
We do need a long
I
rest.
want to hear more about the spicy salt shaker.
Yes.
Spicy salt shaker. Once upon a time, there was a humble folk named Princess Luna, Queen Princess Luna. She had discovered a wand with magical abilities, but it never went to her